It's your boy Nomari here, and I'm here to bring y'all what if Naruto was female in OP. So the last part we left off is where Naruto is, not Naruto, but Ruby had, she had just gotten home from the meeting with her Kakashi and Sasuke and Sakura, and she just now find out about the bell test that's gonna happen, and she's just getting her Karen stuff ready, but also she's getting ready to go over Shikamaru's house in like 2 hours, no, in like 30 minutes. So she quickly freshens up and put on what you see now with like red shorts. And Shikamaru comes and knocks on the door and is surprised to see how Ruby's dressed up. And he's like a stuttering mess because, like, in his opinion, Ruby looks cute because, like, how she's dressed, and like he wasn't expecting her to wear that. Realistically, like the shorts are like very short, kind of. It's like they barely even like they show off her well until like legs and stuff. And yeah, so like he's like kind of like staring at her. And Ruby's like, Shikamaru, what are you looking at? And he's like, he busts into his head, he says nothing. And Ruby just looks at him and starts laughing a little bit. And that's where like she says, okay. And then she says, so shall we go? And they head away to the Naruto compound. This is where Shikamaru talks to her and be like, so Ruby, can you tell me why you like hid your true skill and strength? And then she goes, well, most people in this village doesn't really like me. So like I decided it'd be very useful for myself to like not show what I'm truly capable of and just like, that way I can protect myself. And also in the real world, if I was to get put into the bingo book, no one would know my full truth. Like, because even now, some academy students can like get recognized for their like prodigy, or like if they have like very good and like certain abilities like kicking Genkai and stuff like that. And also, I'm kind of known as the Ice Queen of Konoha, like Enko Midarashi and Kurenai. This shot Shikamaru like, oh, he's thinking definitely do not want to be on her bad side. Because then he asks her, were you the one that made that genjutsu that like made other people want to kill themselves? That's where she's like, maybe. And Shikamaru's pale. He's like, okay, definitely do not want to be on her bad side. And he's trying to like, he's just trying to be like on her good side and just trying to make sure nothing. Like he's trying to make sure he's careful with the words he says now, because like he does not want to be put into that genjutsu. Because he heard how many other people basically wanted to kill themselves after being put in that genjutsu. He was thinking like, I feel bad for them, but at the same time I don't, because that's their dumb fault for being retarded. And that's where Ruby just like, well, Shika, I'm going to she's like, I'm going to leave you behind if you don't speed up walking. Because like she's like, if he steals ahead, because Shikamaru kind of stops because he was trying to like think of like more conversations. And that's when he just goes, what a drag. Cause like, he's kind of nervous around Ruby. And Ruby's like, she noticed that he's kind of nervous, and she thinks like, and Ruby, she's not like most females or women or young women, because like she likes to what's it called? She likes to train, and you know how most young women or girls in the academy are like very, very fangirlish. She's the complete opposite. She hates fangirls. To her, in her mind, if she could, she'll like destroy or kill off like almost all the fangirls if she could. But she can't due to laws and stuff like that. So, yeah. And, so, we get to the Nara compound where Shikamaru introduced Ruby to his mother and father. He says, Ruby, this is my mother and father, Shikaku Nara. I don't know his mother name, to be frank with you. I'm gonna say her name is Sayashi Nara. That's what I'm gonna say, because I don't know his mother name. I don't know if it's ever in canon. If it was, then I probably forgot. But they get to talking, and Shiashi and Ruby are like talking. They're kind of close. And Ruby says, "So Shikaku Nara, I heard you're very good at shogi." And that's where she then proceeds to ask, "Would you like to play me in it?" And, Shikaku's like, "Sure, I'd love to play you in shogi." And not even more than, I'm gonna say, 2 moves, she beats him. And Chicago's like, whoa, wait a minute. She baited me in with the first move, and then, wow. Cause like, he's just amazed at how like she just completely baited him and like used a strategy he never seen coming, as he took away like her first pawn. This is when Shikamaru's like, how did you beat me in 3 moves, but you beat my father in 2? And she says, well, your father's set of skill is to defend the king. And his king is like, has a wide open path, basically. That makes it easy to attack. It's like simple lane. After you bait him in with the first move, which is what I was saying, what it would do, if it would be a defensive or aggressive. Therefore, if he was a little bit more aggressive, I would have probably beat him in about 7 moves. But Shikamaru, your style is aggressive passive, but like it's not a good combo. And you learn how to mix in when to be aggressive and when to be passive. You can win easy. This shot Shikaku and Shikamaru, and like the way she explained, like the reason why she was able to just beat him in 2 moves, basically. And I'm just gonna say Shikamaru mother for now. Shikamaru mother is just like she just thinks, wow, this girl's really smart. Yeah, she's able to beat Shikaku. Huh? And this is when like Shikaku was like, are you sure you're not Naruto? And then she says, yeah, I'm positive. I tried doing your clan juices. It's kind of easy for me since I've getting gang release, and also I do know how to control lava and wood, which is why I'm also good at medical ninjutsu, genjutsu, fun jutsu. I don't really have the wood release or lava release. I just know how to combine the elements to the perfect blend to make those type of Kekkei. I'm currently learning how to do it with ice release since I already know how to do it with my others. I mean, since that's the only other one I could think of at the moment, I might try making a new release for myself called Storm Release. This is where they were thinking Storm Release, huh? Then Maru's like, what exactly would Storm Release entail in like chakra natures or chakra affinity? And so she goes, it will most likely probably be water, wind, and lightning. And Shikamaru's like, oh shit. That's gonna be something different when she gets the chance to like once you get the chance to combine that. Like, how the hell? Shikamaru is like, well, Shikamaru's like, well, that's gonna be a hard combination due to water and lightning not mixing together. And she's just like, well, you can mix water and lightning. It's just you need to learn how to. That's why I have shadow clones for it too. Like, they learn whatever they learn, I learn. So like, it's a safe bet for me. I can use shadow clones. It does the research and jutsu out theories for me, and I don't get hurt. Chicago's like, that is very, very smart. You're in a good way to use that jutsu. Sorry about that. Let's see. Anyways. Shikamaru says, so how do you so Shikamaru's like, how do you know what chakra affinities you have? Because I want to find out. Like, he's actually taking initiative in something which Shikamaru's mother is like thankful that, Ruby is able to make Shikamaru want to take initiative into something. So she's sitting, Ruby, she pulls out a piece of paper and she goes, well, if you have a water affinity, the paper will sog. If you have a wind affinity, paper will cut in half. If you have a lightning, it will wrinkle up. If you have earth, it will crumble. And then he says, how do you know if you have any Kekkei Genkai? Honestly, I do not know. All I know is I have all 5 chakra natures. And Shikamaru is like, all 5? And Chicago's like, that's unheard of. And then she goes, no, not really. It's unheard of because no one has really put it down on piece of paper. I mean, anyone can have all 5 chakra natures. If you manage to practice all 5 chakra natures, you can then basically have it. And Shikamaru is looking at his father. He goes, I want to find out my chakra natures. And I'm probably going to need to build up my chakra control, chakra reserves. Like, he's just asking his father for stuff to, like, learn, basically. Because, like, he sees that Ruby is, like, strong. And so, like, he's kind of inspired about it. Because he wants to be, he thinks like, well, at least she can get strong. I can get strong in my own way. I'm very good in intelligence-wise. If I did become like a higher ranked ninja, I'm definitely going to need all the intelligence I'm going to get. Or like jutsus and stuff. I don't want to be straight only clan jutsu. Because that can hurt me in the long run. But at the same time, I want to be able to He's just thinking like, I want to be able to, what's it called? I think I just want to be able to protect all those I care about. And Chicago's like, okay. So he uses some scrolling like chakra control exercise. What's it called? Chakra control. I want to say chakra control. Chakra control. He gives some books on like ninjas and stuff, and a piece of paper. This piece of paper can tell you about like your chakra natures. So Shikamaru has a chakra nature for water and earth. And Shikamaru says, okay, I have chakra nature for water and earth. And then he looks in his chakra and in the chakra control books. He starts to read it, and Ruby's like, well, I have fun being over here, but I must leave. I have to be up at 5 tomorrow for Kinkashi Hateke's test. And Shikamaru's like, test? Oh, right, that's right. We have the king test tomorrow. And then this is, and Shikamaru just a little heads up. To complete the gaining test, you might want to start using teamwork, and you might want to tell that teamwork is the way to complete the gaining test. And Shikaku's like, how do you know this? And she says, remember, my IQ is at 320. My battle IQ is at 420. I can pick up on the slightest thing. And I do remember there is a reason for us to be put in a 3-man squad. What would be the reason to put us in a 3-man squad? Only 2 of us gonna pass. And Ruby just told this to them. They're just like, okay, yeah, never mind. And they're thinking like, okay, yeah, she's too smart. And Shikamaru's mother is like, come over anytime if you want to just, if you and Shikamaru want to just hang out or something. And Shikamaru blushed, and it was like, sure thing. And before she goes, she kind of gives Shikamaru a slight hug. She's not used to giving people hugs, but yeah, she gives him a slight hug and his parents. And they leave. And, Shikamaru, he's just blushing up a storm. And Chicago's like, oh, this our little son has a crush on the Bondi. Shikamaru then says, father, do not start this. And Shikamaru is he's like, he then says, hey Ruby, wait up. And Ruby stops and she turns around to see Shikamaru. And she then says yes. And then she want to say, can I walk you home? I don't want to let you walk home alone this late at night. Even though I know you can protect yourself, I'd rather know you're safe by me walking you back home. Ruby smiles and says sure. And then you walk. Shikamaru talks. He's like, can you tell me what type of training you kind of did? And Ruby says, well, physical or just chakra-wise? And Shikamaru goes, both, if you don't mind. And she said, for physical, I kind of started off small by doing like 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, and I kept going up, especially with the pound weights I wear. That's underneath my sleeves. And she goes, oh. And then she says, but after I got used to like the pound weights and stuff, I started putting on chakra resistance seals, which is why like my limbs right now, I have a resistance seal at level 4. which is basically holding off my speed, even though it's like high Johnny level speed. It's like high Johnny, like her speed right now is high Johnny level. And Shikamaru's like, whoa, wait a minute. Can you run that back? Did you just say, like, you have high Johnny level speed? And she goes, yeah. That's the whole price of having resisting skills. I had to get used to it every now and then, off and on, like, off my legs. Because, like, before I go to the next level, I like to know how I feel in them, basically. And she then says, on my father's side, who I'm not gonna say the name of, is his clan is kind of like a bunch of speedsters on there too. So like, it's helpful kind of. And Shikamaru's like, wait, you know your father's side of the clan, and then she goes, yeah, my name is not fully complete for reasons that like other ninja villains will try to come after me and try to kill me. And Shikamaru, he has like a dangerous or he's like, oh, okay. And in his mind, he's thinking if anyone tries to come after Ruby, I would kill them myself. Cause like he don't know why, but like he has now a very protective side of Ruby. Ruby could see this and she smiles slightly. She's like, She's thinking, cause like she knows Shikamaru's not a pervert like Kiba, and Sasuke he's just power hungry. So like she really doesn't want to deal with Sasuke. And so Ruby is she's right now home, and she's getting ready for tomorrow. She wears something that will surprise like Kakashi, not to the extent where like Kakashi would just not be able to function. Well, kind of, anyways. No, like Kakashi, he would just see this, and he would like get perverted thoughts of Ruby type, destroyed Kakashi. Cause like Ruby is known to be an ice queen, not a race in the dress, kind of provocative. And she wear like a very, very tight jacket and like very short tight shorts. And Kakashi is just thinking like, what the hell did I get myself into? And Ruby looks at him and goes, I was right, he's a pervert and he runs late. Cause like she was taking a nap under the tree and Sasuke was staring at her. And he would just making her feel a little bit uncomfortable because like he would just stare her down for no reason. Kakashi looks at Sasuke and sees like a tiny blush on his face. And that's when Ruby gets up. She says, Kakashi Sensei, why are you so late? Do I need to put you back in that genjutsu? And he just pales. He's just like, no, I'm good. I'm only late because I had to help an old woman cross the street, and then I saw a black cat. And I had to go the long way, and then I saw this kid trying to get this cat down from a tree, so I helped them out. And I didn't want to waste chakra knowing who I fight, so that's why I did Shunshin before you see anything. And Ruby's like, I mean, it's not like your chakra is really gonna matter. And Ruby's like, gosh, what do you mean by that exactly? That's where she goes, well, I'm a Uzumaki, so I automatically have more chakra than you, even the third Okage. Hell, I'm at least past him by a little bit. If that makes sense to you, Kakashi. And Ruby's like, what? I mean, Kakashi's like, what the hell? So like he checks out her chakra, like her chakra reserves, and he's just thinking, what the hell, man? Like I put all this work into build up my chakra reserves, and then having this eye. And Ruby just says, hey, Kakashi says, can I see? Can you come here? And like she lifts up the headbands to see the Sharingan eye. And she goes into her, she checks the eye and finds out that it's not healed fully, completely, or it wasn't done right, basically. And she tells Kakashi, she says, you know your eye was not fully put in right? Which is why it takes so much chakra from you and why you also cannot deactivate it. Ruby's thinking, Kakashi's like, wait, there is a chance that I could deactivate the eye? Ruby's like, yeah, are you stupid? The eye's not fully in right. So she said, this is going to hurt a lot, so we might as well just take the belt test now. And then afterwards, I'm going to fucking fix your eye and stuff. And Ruby looks at Kakashi. Kakashi says, okay. And they decide to go to, Ruby says, like, she's just, like, deciding that she does not want to deal with it no more. Like, they do a bad test. Sasuke and Sakura didn't want to help her out. And she says, y'all know the true meaning of this test is teamwork. And they're like, nah, we don't need it, though. Well, it's what Sasuke says. And Sakura's like, yeah, who want to work with you? And Ruby's just, she just looks at him like, are you two idiots type look. And Sasuke, he understands the looks. And she walks away and says, I don't need help from anyone, not even you. And so Ruby just says, okay. She had enough, and she went over to Kakashi. She got both of the bells. She tapped them in ninjutsu, taijutsu, and then genjutsu. And Kakashi was amazing at her skill. Sasuke and Sakura was gaping. They were thinking, how is he so strong? Because she used lava release, wood release. Like, she basically made multiple clones to use all of the juices and stuff she knew or created. And she made, like, I'm going to say 500 clones. Plus herself would make her have 501 juices. And she used all her ninjutsu, genjutsu, and then she went to kenjutsu, and Kakashi ultimately just got destroyed due to her, like, her sword she owns and the strength she had behind, like, every last hit. Kakashi basically was terrified because, like, he sees, like, Kushina and Minato mix into her. And like he's thinking, okay, she's gonna definitely be a problem. And he tries to stop like one of her swings to feel like how overpowering her swings actually are. And he's thinking, Jesus, she's strong too. God. And she removes her resistance cells and she says, well, Kakashi, I hope you're at joining level and speed wise and can track me. Because if you can't, that's kind of your bad. And she just vanished. And Kakashi like, holy hell, she's faster than me. She's almost as fast as Guy without his waist on. And Kakashi's just thinking, holy fuck. And he tries to, like, kick her. She dodges and then delivers a strong kick to his back and says, And then she says, water style, water whips, and lightning style, whips, basically. And they both strike Kakashi. Kakashi's like sprawled out on the ground. She, electrified from the water and lightning combining. And then she says, well, and then she seals both belts and says, well, at least I got both belts. Even though I tried to get my teammates to work with me, they didn't want to work with me. So he says that to Kakashi. Kakashi's like, wait, what do you mean? So like the true meaning of this test is teamwork, and I try to get my teammates to realize